Hello everyone, my name is Adarsh, and in this session we will see how we can install EVNG and what are the prerequisites for installing EVNG. So actually I just uninstalled EVNG and I recorded a session, but it wasn't recorded because I haven't shared the screen. So only audio was captured. So maybe I need to uninstall EVNG again, and post that we will install it again. So let's uninstall EVNG again. So I'm going to EVE, time back. Let me just uninstall it. Meanwhile, I'm just pausing the recording. Okay, so I have uninstalled EVNG. If I'm talking about prerequisite, so prerequisite to install EVNG is we need VMware Workstation or a similar kind of tool, just like Oracle's VirtualBox. So here I'm using VMware Workstation. Second thing would be EVNG setup, which we can download from EVNG website. And third thing, which would be required is image, which we are going to import on EVENG. And the fourth thing is we would require an SCP application like WinSCP or FileJira. So in this case, I am using WinSCP. So I hope you have installed VMware Workstation. And if not, it's easy. What we need to do, simply we need to go to the VMware Workstation and simply just like downloads, go to VMware Workstation Pro, download VMware Workstation Pro. Okay, so the VMware site is down for maintenance and it is down till 13th of May. But you can download the VMware Workstation not from here, so from other locations as well, just like GitHub or somewhere else. So I'm assuming that VMware Workstation is already being downloaded. So let's move to download EVENG setup file. So we need to go to the EVENG website. So let me go to the EVENG. On EVENG, we need to click on the downloads. And when you click on the download, you can find that there are two editions available for EVENG. One is EVENG Professional, the other one is Community Edition. So Professional Edition is basically chargeable and Community Edition is free. So we are going to download EVNG Community Edition. So let's scroll to EVNG Community Edition. The latest version which we have is 6019, and the size of the file is approximately 3 gigabytes. If you can see here, there are two download links available. You can use either one. And once it is downloaded, so what I would suggest, create a directory with name EVNG. So if I go to the downloads, I have already created a directory with EVNG and I have downloaded the setup file. This is approximately 3 gigabytes file. And the other thing which we will be required is Windows client-side application. So this is you can say this is a tool where we can get multiple applications in one pack, just like Wireshark is there, VNC is there, Putty is there. So this is a client pack which is 60 MB, approximately 60 MB in size, and this is a 3 gigabytes file. So we need to download these two files. I have already downloaded it here. Okay, so let's quickly jump to the installation part. We need to open VMware Workstation. The interface, the dashboard would be like this. And in order to install EVENG, we need to click here on the create a new virtual machine. So I'm clicking here, then we need to click next, then we need to click next. Here you can also choose this option like installer, this image, and you can give the path where you have downloaded the EVNG setup. But what I'm going to do, I'm saying I will install the operating system later, and I click next. Because EVNG is the Linux kernel, so I'm choosing Linux, and basically it's Ubuntu Linux, so I'm choosing Ubuntu from here, and I'm clicking next. The name which I'm going to give is EVE-NG, and you can use here location as well. Like if you're having, for example, let's say if you're having C drive, D drive, E drive, so you can choose a location where you want to save your file as per your um, convenience. So I'm only having C drive, so I'm choosing C, and then let's click next. Here you can give the number of processors. I'm choosing, let's say, I'm just choosing 4 with 2, so I'm giving 8 processor. Here I'm going to give um, this much gigabytes, but you can give as per your laptop configuration, laptop hardware availability. I'm clicking next. Here I'm going to use bridge networking, clicking next, just clicking next. Here I'm choosing SATA, next, next. It's asking for the what size you want to allocate to the EVNG. So I'm going to choose 200 gigabytes, and I'm going to store virtual disk as a single file. Then I click next, next, and finish. Okay, so here I am. Two things we need to change here. So let me just edit virtual machine settings. So remember, we haven't attached any ISO file at the beginning. So from here, we go to the CD DVD SATA, and here we need to give the path. So I'm using use ISO file image from this location. I'm just going to give the location where I have downloaded the file. So this is the file. I have already chosen it. The other thing which would be required, we have only one adapter, network adapter. So let's add another network adapter. So I'm just clicking here, network adapter, and I'm just going to add the one more big network adapter and finish it. So the other network adapter is added, and the connectivity we are going to give is NAT. So the NAT which initially was given is also fine, but I'm choosing this one. Okay. So let's summarize what we have given. I have given RAM as per my availability. I have given approximately 21.5 gigabytes of memory. I have given processor 8. I have given hard disk size 200 gigabytes. Then I have attached one extra network adapter. One adapter is chooses as bridge, other one is chooses as NAT, and this is the only thing we need to take care of. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is I'm just powering on this EVENG, and let's install this image. It will take some time to install. Here one more thing. You can see my cursor is inside of the black screen, and if I want that if I want to just get my cursor back from the black screen, I just need to press Control and Alt button together. If I'm clicking Control Alt together, my cursor is just uh, above from the black screen. Again, I'm clicking on the black screen. If you want to uh, move your cursor, just click Control and Alt. Okay, so we will wait. Meanwhile, what you can do is you can also install WinSCP. So you can download WinSCP from WinSCP site. It's free application. And other thing you can also download is PuTTY or MobaXterm. MobaXterm is a PuTTY-like application. It has, let me show you the dashboard of MobaXterm. MobaXterm looks like this. So I use basically MobaXterm. You can also download it from the Google. Let me quickly show you the how we can use EVNG website. Like this is we are on the EVNG and currently we are on the downloads. For example, let's say you want to install EVNG and you don't have any video, any kind of video. So you can simply go to the documentation part. Here on the documentation part, there's an installation part here. So just click there on the installation. Here, EVNG provides us a video how to install EVNG on various platforms, like how you can install EVNG on Google Cloud, how you can install it on bare metal, how you can install it on VM, like VMware. So if I'm clicking here, virtual machine install, it basically provides us a video, ISO installation, how to install EVNG on VMware Workstation Pro. So there's a video available. It's a 12 minutes video. So you can watch it from here as well. Okay. Moreover, for example, let's say you want to, let's say, what? Mm, 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 mm. Let's say you want to create an image on WinSCP and you don't know how to create. So you can find it from the EVNG website. It's pretty clear and it's given there. For example, let's say we are going to install Palo Alto. So Palo Alto is here. I'm just clicking on Palo Alto. So let's say you are having the Palo Alto file already downloaded. So if you download Palo Alto, one more thing on EVNG, the image extension works is QCOW2 image, just like OVA images for VMware Workstation. Similarly, on EVNG, it takes images with extension QCOW2. So when we download, let's say we have downloaded Palo Alto 10.1.1, so the download file would look like this, but EVNG folder name should be like this, okay? And it has already mentioned that what virtual CPU you would require. So it says that if you are running Palo Alto 10.1.1, it will require 4 virtual CPUs and 8192 RAM. It's mentioned there. And if you are having, let's say, RAM below 8192, the Palo Alto image will not work. Or maybe it will work and it crash. So this is the procedure how we can, let's say, if you have downloaded the Palo Alto image from Palo Alto, so how you can make it work on EVNG? It's pretty simple. It's mentioned here. Not only Palo Alto, for example, let's say if you want to download, if you want to create Windows PC on EVNG, how you can do that? So it mentioned somewhere here. So let me just find MS Windows Workstation here. So just click on the MS Windows Workstation. A video is also available, how you can add uh, window PC on EVNG. So you can follow the documentation provided by EVNG, and it's pretty simple. It's step-by-step process. Video is also available. So this is just for the information. Now let's move to the EVNG part. So let's see where it goes. Okay, so it's here. It's saying choose the language. So I'm just clicking English. It's saying choose your keyboard layout. I'm saying English is fine. Click enter. It's saying confirm destructive action. Okay, so you have chosen, in my case, I have chosen 200 gigabytes of space. So it's saying that it will be formatted in order to install this EVNG. So I'm saying yes, continue. Installation begins. It will take some time. Yeah, I'm just clicking finish installation. So on one side, this EVNG image is installing. On the other hand side, what I'm going to do, we have downloaded two things. One is EVNG Community Edition, and the other thing we have downloaded Client Pack. So let's install Client Pack. I'm clicking next, next. It's very simple. Just click next, next, and it will be installed. Okay, accept the agreement. Next, 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 next. Install. Next. I'm unchecking this. Finish. It's saying Wireshark 306 64-bit is already installed. Would you like to uninstall it first? I'm saying no. If it is already installed, no need to uninstall and install it again. Just skip this. So I'm saying no. Now next, agree, next, 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 install. So this is client pack, which is combination of few tools, just like VNC, Wireshark, Putty, etc. Next, finish, and finish. So Windows Client Pack is installed. Let's see where how it is installing. Okay, so we can see installation is completed. It's saying failed to mount, something like that. Let's see. Okay, it's still running. Second stage installation is in progress, so we need to wait. The installation hasn't succeeded yet, so we need to wait. Generally, it takes hardly 10 minutes to install, depending upon the hardware configuration you are having. So meanwhile, it's installing here. Let me show you something on the EVNG. So I'm just jumping over to the EVNG. Let's say what is the system requirement before you are going to install EVNG. If you want to know that answer, so you can simply click EVNG system requirement here, and it is mentioned here already. So it's saying VMware Player, if you're using VMware Player, so 16 or later, VMware Fusion, 8 or later, VMware Workstation, 16 or later. And if you're using ESXi, so 6.7 or later. So we must have one of these following virtualization tool. So we are using basically VMware Workstation 16. There must be a PDF available. Let's see where it is. If I'm clicking on virtual machine install there, so this is the video which I already discussed about this. Just I think I have already downloaded it. Okay, release note for this is the pro edition or community edition. Let me see what's there. Okay, so this is information about bug fixes about this AVNG version. Let me see, I think I have already downloaded it. So I'm just going on the downloads. It's somewhere there here. Let me go to the documentation part. Okay, we are only on the documentation part. Maybe how to create images. I've already showed it. It would be under installation, maybe. Oh, yes. So it's under professional cookbook. So I'm just clicking on the community cookbook because we have community edition. This is the community. If you click on the community cookbook, it's there. It's 146 page document. And if you can find there, is mentioned system requirement. So what should be the system size? It's already mentioned there. So let me quickly jump to the page number 9. And this is the page number 9. So under the system requirement, we can see that the minimum laptop PC desktop system requirement is we must be using VMware Workstation 16 or later, and the operating system 10, 11, or you can also use Linux desktop. The CPU should be supported Intel, VTX, EPT virtualization. CPU, if you're having i7 or later, that is fine. i5 will also work. Minimum RAM requirement is 8 gigabytes. This is the laptop's configuration. Hard disk space would be 50 gigabytes, and there should be network. And EVNG community edition requirement is 1/8 of the amount of the processor. RAM would be 8 gigabytes or more. Hard disk would be 50 gigabytes or more. So you can find all the information from here. Let's say what else information is there. So if I'm going on the table of content, system requirement is there. How you can install. So installation is also given in this PDF file. It's also given how you can upgrade. For example, we are using a particular version of EVNG Community Edition. So for example, let's say in future, if there is an upgrade available, how you can update your EVNG. So it's already mentioned in the cookbook. How you can add a topology, everything is mentioned here. So I would suggest if you have time, please go through this PDF. Okay, now let's jump to our installation. Let's see where our installation proceeded. Okay, so it's here. Mm, It's saying neither Intel VTX or AMD we found. Let me just log in. So the login credential is username is root and password is, let me just type the password root. So root password is EVE again. Just click enter. Okay. I'm using DSCP. Okay. I don't have NTP, so I'm clicking next, next, and it's finishing. It hasn't picked actually a DSCP IP, so we just need to have a look why it why it has not picked the IP. Last time when I installed, oh yes, so it has picked this time. So the IP is 192.168.1.8. So if I'm logging to this AVNG, I'm using username as root and password is EVE. So this is the CLI of EVNG, and let's access a web console of EVNG. So I'm going to the web here, and I'm just using HTTP 192.168.1.8. Username for web is admin and password is same EVE. So it will be look like this, where you can use your folders. Let's say going to I'm going to create labs for Palo Alto. So I'm creating a folder with name Palo Alto. Palo Alto. Let's say I'm also having other things. So I'm just using SD-WAN here. I'm going on the Palo Alto, clicking on the Palo Alto. And from here, I'm just adding a new lab. Let me say just one lab. I'm just clicking save. So the interface, the dashboard will be looking like this. If you are clicking here, add an object. So there are few things it will show, like node, network, picture, something like that. So two things is important, node and network. So under the node page here, there are multiple vendors and multiple devices, this much devices you can add, but at the present it is grayed out. Grayed out means we we have not uploaded the images for this particular uh, devices. Only one working image available is virtual PC VPCs, and this comes by default. So for example, let's say we need to lab for Palo Alto. So we will be required Palo Alto image, which we need to upload to the EVENG server. So let's open WinSCP this time. So I'm going to open WinSCP. So first of all, what I'm going to do, I'm just going to exit it and doing it from the beginning. So WinSCP, when you use WinSCP, it will look like this. Log into your EVNG server. So the EVNG server IP, it's there. It's 192.168.1.8. It's on the very top, second line, 192.168.1.8. So I'm going to log in. So from here, I'm going to click on the new session. Here, I'm going to use new site. I'm going to use 192.168.1.8. Username I'm going to give is root. Password is EVE. And I'm into the VMware. I'm into the EVNG server. So right-hand side is basically all about my EVNG machine, and left-hand side shows basically the content which I'm having on my local. So this time what I'm going to do, let's upload the file. So I'm just pausing the recording. Let me just find where all images I'm having, and then I will start. Okay, so I found where I have installed Palo Alto image on my local machine. So what I'm going to do, uh, I'm just going to give path here. So at this location, I'm having Palo Alto image. So this is the Palo Alto image which I'm having. And on the right hand side, where exactly we need to provide uh, that image is, let me show you. We need to go to the OPT, Unit Lab, add-ons, and QEMU. So this is the path, OPT, Unit Lab, add-ons, and QEMU. Under the QEMU, we need to basically upload our Palo Alto images. So I'm just going to use Palo Alto 10.04 I'm having, 10.10 I'm having, Panorama 10.00 I'm having, and Panorama 10.10 I'm having. I'm going to just drag it under the QEMU. It will take some time to upload. So I'm minimizing it, and I'm just going to find out where exactly I'm having the switches and routers images. So it will be not under, I think, EVE. Let me just find EVE here. So Dynamics and IOL I'm having here. Okay, so let me just copy this path here. Going to proceed in clicking on the proceed in the background, and I'm going other location where I'm having other images. Okay, so this is the location OPT Unit Lab add-ons, and when you reach to the add-ons, you will see there are 3 directories. One is Dynamics, one is IOL, and one is QEMU. So Dynamics is only for Cisco iOS images. The IOL image is basically all about Linux kernel machines, Linux kernel based switches and routers. So I'm just clicking on the Dynamics, and on the left hand side, I'm clicking on the Dynamics. I'm having 3725, 7200 routers. So I'm just choosing only 2, and how I can, upload this file to my EVNG server, simply drag and drop. So this router is also uploading. Next thing, I'm also clicking here, proceed in background. Next thing, what I'm going to do is I'm going on and clicking on IOL. Under IOL, there would be a folder with bin. So let's click on the bin. And on the right hand side, I'm going IOL and then bin. So we need to upload all these images. These are L2 switch and L3 routers. I mean, there are multi-layer switches as well here. So I'm just going to upload everything. So we will wait once these once these uploaded to the EVNG machine, then we will be ready to proceed further. So in meantime, what I'm going to do, I'm just going to stop recording, and I will resume it back when it's uploaded.